The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled, so lucky. The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the Charlotte Hornets. And for Charlotte, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And Nicholas Batum, who we'll be watching tonight, just does so much on the floor. Shaq, it seems like he epitomizes what it means to be an all-around player.
Yeah, he's very active on both ends of the floor, with and without the ball. Very important, with and without the ball. He helps win games with his passing, and, he rarely turns it over. Great floor leader out there.
Yeah, he's the biggest threat since my man AK-47, Andre Kirilenko, to go 5 for 5 on any night. That's 5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals, and 5 blocks. This guy does it all.
And that'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. Thank you for joining us.
Spasiba.
The Hornets coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So off the tip, it's Charlotte. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the Hornets, Kidd Gilchrist and Williams are at the forward spots. Batum is out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Zeller in at the 5. 3 on the clock. Batum inside the three-point line. Offensive rebound. Williams passes to Walker. In the corner, it's Kidd Gilchrist. Picked by Zeller. And Kidd Gilchrist kicks. Walker goes in. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Kemba Walker with an eerily similar season once again. Stats the last 3 years have ironically been very close.
Yeah, you talked about those 3 years. Almost 18 points a game in around 35 minutes. So did so on just under 16 shots as well. So becoming more and more efficient.
That's good from Kemba Walker.
It's kind of one of those weird anomalies when you look at Kemba's numbers, because in each of those seasons, he played a different number of games. Just one of those kind of quirky, weird things we pick up on sometimes when our brain is foggy.
Kemba Walker hits them both.
And for Walker, guys, and his stats, even for players considered consistent, there is more variation than what Walker has put up.
Now here's Payton. The 11-footer. And another shot. And Gordon lays it in.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Walker dishes to Batum. Williams for 3. Here's Kidd Gilchrist. Walker with a clean look. Cans the shot from the wing.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
There's a good screen. Picked by Vucevic. Fournier passes to Gordon. Oladipo for 3, and he gets it to go. Oladipo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Walker kicks to Williams. Williams sets a screen for Batum. Back to Williams. Wide open shot is on the money. Payton with the ball.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous NBA, but he has plenty of experience. And everyone in the league knows exactly how well versed he is as a coach.
Now here's Payton. From deep three-point range, Payton can't get that one to fall. And here we go. Fast break. Kidd Gilchrist has got it. The dish to Walker. And a miss there on the triple. And Clifford in his 3rd year now as a head coach, Greg. That experience you were just talking about. He has 29 years of coaching under his belt. He's a Van Gundy disciple. Clark was on the coaching staff for both brothers.
Yeah, and he's been with a lot of teams, Kevin. 13 seasons as an assistant for the Lakers, Rockets, Magic, and Nets.
Here's Walker after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. And Walker kicks to Williams. Back to Walker. Takes a shot at the elbow, and Oladipo pulls it down.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
The wide open look here for Vucevic. And there are the Magic with another bucket. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And Batum kicks to Williams. From deep, Walker. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. That's 7 points for Kemba Walker. For Orlando, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Payton kicks to Fournier. He feeds it to Vucevic. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Here's Walker. He's got 7. Pass to Batum. Back to Walker. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Walker again missing. Now, here's Oladipo. Vucevic, a screen on Walker. To the middle, off the screen, and then Gordon with the dunk.
A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
And for Aaron Gordon, so much fanfare entering the 2014 draft, selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many experts thought.
I agree, and a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago, and never really got back on track.
And getting back to Aaron Gordon, his defense is really what had scouts most excited. He has the rare combination of strength, lateral quickness, and ups to defend multiple positions.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Some changes for Charlotte. Right side, Lee. He dishes it to Lamb. Screen by Jefferson. Lamb passes to Jefferson.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
The Hornets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Jefferson. Here's Azania. 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. That's up Jennings. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Now Lynn. Lee kicks to Lynn. Pass to Lamb. 6 on the shot clock. And that misses. That would have put him up.
I'll tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Marble dishes to Jennings. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Azania. And it's Lynn with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
It's all tied in Orlando. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor. You know, he may be having fun, but I'm not so sure playing street ball is really working out for Kemba, who needs to shoot better than 38% for the Hornets to go anywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I mean, what might be better than continuing to play the same game you've been playing forever is to take your game to a new level, and that's going to take some discipline. I think Kemba has more than enough talent to be able to do that, but that's his challenge moving forward.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter, we've got Al Jefferson. Jeremy Lin is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then it's Lee, and it's Kaminsky in at the 4 spot. After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did him in.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations, and 33-49, just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
You know, for the Hornets, they've not made consecutive playoff appearances since the team moved to New Orleans back in 2002. They just haven't been able to stay consistent enough to make it to the playoffs back-to-back years.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Gordon's checked in for Andrew Nicholson. Evan Fournier comes in for Hizani. Oladipo, he's checked in for Marble. And it's Watson in for Brandon Jennings. Now, here's Batum. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And, guys, what's rough for the Hornets is that they were a consistent playoff fixture in the late 90s. Still, the team has never made it to the conference finals in its franchise history, and that should be a goal for them in the coming years.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And here's Walker. 7 points in the game. Shoots. No luck. And Orlando the other way now.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Oladipo outside. Baseline J on the way. No good. Great D that time from Batum. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Jefferson. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Watson pitch to Oladipo. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite find his way through traffic.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Alfred Payton comes in for C.J. Watson. Cody Zeller's checked in for the Hornets. The Hornets have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And the Magic struggled last season, still waiting on one of their young stars to just take that next step.
Once again off the mark, Orlando. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And that one's good.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. They grabbed their own miss. Vucevic, that's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Now, here's Batum. Kicks to Zeller. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Zeller's got the lead, back up to 3 now for the Hornets.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Yeah, and, you know, the game of basketball, as you well know, Greg, and guys, is a game of runs. So their offense is starting to move in a positive direction now. Nice upswing here.
Now Walker, after Victor Oladipo missed from long range. Batum against Oladipo. And Batum kicks to Zeller, and that one is stuffed right through.
Ooh, That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And Nicholas Batum injuring his wrist last season, he was pushed in the back by Larry Sanders on a dunk and went down hard.
Making some changes. Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Gordon. Hezonja comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Jennings in for Oladipo. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Kaminsky is checked in for Williams. Lee comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Miami's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker. Vucevic with the bucket. We saw that wrist bother Batum all season long. His shooting numbers down drastically. Clark, a major blow for him.
And you know what? The league might have to look at that. I mean, Sanders got a one-game suspension, but is that really enough to discourage that kind of reckless foul? It's a thin line. I think it's worth further looking.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
One of the more recognizable names in the draft this year from Wisconsin, Frank Kaminsky, mostly because of his play, his terrific play at the college level part.
Player of the year in college basketball, Frank the Tank led the Badgers to a chance at the national championship. They came up short against Duke, but he showed himself to be a leader and a multi-skilled big man.
The Magic making a switch here. Harbaugh's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
And guys, with Kaminsky, he has all the intangibles. You know, wasn't selected higher because of maybe a lack of athleticism. But this is a kid who is a winner through and through, and I think has a tremendous upside in terms of his NBA future.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Vucevic with the bucket.
And, you know, sometimes people, to me, look too much at what a player can't do instead of what they can do. Kaminsky has legit height and is extremely skilled as a power forward. Won't blow you away with anything, but I think he'll contribute in the NBA for a long time.
Lin's shot is off.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks from that range.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. The Magic have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
All right, now, and they made progress in that department from last season. Going, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
That free throw, no good. So both teams making some changes here. He hits the second from the line.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Man, I like their approach to the game right now. There's tremendous aggression on both ends, putting the onus on the officials.
The feed now to Jefferson. Fade away, uses the glass to drop it in. Jefferson's got 6 points.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jump.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
And the first half is now in the books. It's Charlotte. They lead by 6. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Nick, a competitive battle out here for you tonight. What's been the mindset for you and this team during the first half?
Just want to come out and not aggressive and just play hard on defense, getting stops. They're a great team, so they're not going to quit. They're going to keep playing. We just have to keep getting stops and keep believing that we can win this game, and good things will happen again.
Nick, thank you. We appreciate it. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly easy. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. The second quarter was when things really came together for them, and the result is they were able to build a solid 6-point lead at the half. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
Well, their passing was impressive. They're in a good position to win this game, in large part because of those assists. And this is the thing. You win as a team in this league. You have to share the basketball to succeed. And if they carry that level of unselfishness in the second half, they're going to be tough to beat.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
It will really help their cause to get to the line more. It's a close game. Every point matters. The team that usually wins a game like this is the more aggressive team, pushing the ball, taking it hard to the paint. That's the team that's going to get rewarded.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
It's been a good one for Walker. 10 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
The Magic trail by 6.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. And it's Fournier in at the 3-slot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now, here's Oladipo. Payton kicks to Vucevic. Dishes it to Oladipo. 6 to shoot. A drive by Vucevic. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. And Greg, you're right. Skiles is what we'd call a no-nonsense coach. Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clarkie's going to go coach in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely, too.
Holds him accountable, doesn't he?
Yep, well said.
Hornets leading by 6. Walker goes in. They set the pick. Zeller setting the pick for Walker. There's a screen by Williams. Here's Batum. He kicks it to Zeller. Now here's Kid Gilchrist. He's guarded closely. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They missed 3 of their first 4.
Payton dishes to Fournier. Payton with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. And the pass to Fournier. Off target from 3-point range. Hornets have gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker with the break. And Batum kicks to Zeller. Pass to Walker. They set the pick. Williams, a screen on Payton. Walker, the pass to Williams. Off target from outside.
You know, even though he missed that 3-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
As a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense. And one thing about Nikola Vucevic, he owns the boards. Posted a top 10 double-digit average in each of the past 3 seasons Plus, he's equally adept on both the offensive and defensive glass.
Well, Greg, you were talking about watching Vucevic. He doesn't have the athleticism to beat people to the ball on rebounds, but Clark, he does have an exceptional, ability to box out well. He's got that long reach. He can make steals.
Good technique, really great size, and a hunger to chase down the rebound. So you don't have to jump high to rebound effectively. As a matter of fact, Kevin, most outstanding rebounders are not high risers. They're quick jumpers, they're strong, and they pursue the pump.
That's a good point. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, exactly, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Scott Skiles said to his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Vucevic. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. There's the pick. Pick by Vucevic. Shoots off the screen. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Kid Gilchrist has got his third rebound tonight. Picked by Zeller. Batum wide open. He fires. Drops in the tray. And now a 9-point Charlotte lead.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Gordon. Out left to the wing. Hobson for three. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Kid Gilchrist has got his fourth rebound in this one. The problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. And starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Al Payton following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep. Payton outside. Gordon with a screen on Walker. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Nicholson comes in for Aaron Gordon. Hezonja, he's checked in for Fournier. And it's Jennings in for Payton. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Jefferson's checked in for Zeller. Kaminsky comes in for Marvin Williams. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker.
And for the Magic, they would try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft and free agents. That kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
The Magic trail by 11. Jennings dishes to Watson. Here's Hezonja. Connects from three-point range.
And guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top three in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work.
Now here's Kaminsky. Just 5 on the clock. Batum for three. Lin's shot is off.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Jennings can't get it to go. Charlotte leading by 8. Outside, Lin feeds it to Jefferson. And it's Kaminsky, top of the key. And it's off from three-point range. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Hornets lead by 8. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And the final period of play just about to start. And it's the Hornets with the ball. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Williams down low with Jefferson. Jeremy Lamb out there with Jeremy Lin. And it's Lee in at the small forward. Lin with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Just 5 to shoot, and Jefferson gets it to go.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Nicholson pitch to Oladipo. There's a screen. 20 feet out. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Here's Jennings following the basket by Jeremy Lamb. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut back down now to 10 as they pick up the bucket from Brandon Jennings. And for the Hornets, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford was just going over the game plan with his team. He said, we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Jason Smith. Evan Fournier comes in for Nicholson, and it's Peyton in for Brandon Jennings. The Magic trail by 12. Picked by Vucevic. The wide open look here for Oladipo. And it's Oladipo again missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Plenty of space. And it's Oladipo again missing. Charlotte leading by 12. Kid Gilchrist the pass to Walker. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Vucevic.
And guys, there's no doubt Walker has a lot of the tools needed to be a great point guard. But his shooting percentage is really what has kept him from making the leap. Just not as consistent as he needs to be. And a lot of it has to do with shot selection. That also has to improve.
Just thinking again about Kemba Walker's field goal percentage, Greg. You were talking about shot under 40%, Clark, from the floor last year.
Yeah, and I think so much of shooting percentage is a function of shot selection. That's 3 out of the last 4 seasons now under 40% for Kemba. In order to be an elite point guard, that number's got to go up.
Now, here's Oladipo. He kicks to Peyton. Vucevic a screen on Walker. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jefferson. It's stolen by Lamb. And here we go with Kid Gilchrist heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Over his first 3 seasons, no question Jeremy Lamb has been a major disappointment. Clark, his game simply didn't seem to evolve at all over that time.
Well, that's why scouting is an inexact science. You know, he was a major piece in that James Harden trade, Kevin, a few years back, but just hasn't found the traction anticipated for him.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
And on the topic of Lamb, he really has everything he needs to succeed. Great length and athleticism, was an excellent all-around jump shooter in college. For some reason, his game just hasn't translated to the NBA level yet. But I think if he can improve his motor, he's going to have an opportunity to be an impact player for a long time.
And Jefferson gets it to go.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Fournier. And Oladipo kicks to Payton. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And, you know, regarding Lamb's development, most scouts felt the weaknesses he did have could be ironed out over time. Well, there's still time. He needs to improve his strength, his ball handling, and his effort on defense. All things well within his control.
4 on the shot clock. And Kid Gilchrist gets it to go in.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Jefferson, nice spin off the left rim and in.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Now here's Gordon. Back to Payton. Down low. Here's Vucevic. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Charlotte.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Kid Gilchrist. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's with so many Wolves.
And that one falls for Jefferson.
The biggest problem is dealing with Al Jefferson. He's got 13 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for Williams. Troy Daniels comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kemba Walker. Here's Azania, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
2.
And the first one drops.
And Charlotte had a lot of momentum going into last season off that playoff appearance. But they just stumbled out of the gates last season and spent the whole year playing catch-up.
And the Hornets making a change here. Haas is checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And for the Hornets, they seemed to get back on track last January, but they faded Clark quickly after that and were too far behind to make up room and get in the playoffs.
And, you know, they had a rash of injuries, Kevin, and that really did them in. All in all, it was a season that just didn't have any traction for them because of the injuries.
4 on the clock. Lynn, that's a 2-pointer. And the shot no good, a bit short. Here's Orlando now, trailing by 19. And he makes good on the layup.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I'm here with Al Jefferson. And Al, obviously this team got clicking all night. How does it feel to be playing like this?
It felt good, man. I think we still could have did a better job on the defensive end. We kind of let them go back and forth with us in the first half. But I guess when it was time to get some stops, we did.
Al, thank you. Kevin, always looking for more. Back to you.
Doris, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Kidd Gilchrist. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
He was a beast on the boards tonight, guys. There's nobody else, I think no one in the world that could match his effort on the glass tonight. Emotionally, his rebounding gave them a big lift.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.